the needs that we want, the resources we want to achieve within those critical issues, the support that is needed, the staffs that are needed. There's an example that I was trying to set here. We will be through to guide and supporting it. Who do we need to deliver it? I think you also just indicated under the needs or resources. The activities, let's indicate what you want to do and who is doing it as well. With the entire community at large. Are you doing it as a branch with the support of maybe other branches collectively together? Let's put together the things that we need to be done. On the output, tell us what will be happening when you implement some of the things as you program for a particular project or anything. Tell us what is happening within that particular sheet. What is, I think we don't have output, so we can skip that part, but then tell us the impact that will happen in terms of, there's a space for impact, outcomes. We shall still have the, that's what is one. Confusing it.
Yeah, so for outputs, it's basically the activities. Outcomes is the broader picture. For example, if your output or activity is maybe conduct the workshop, the outcome, you see broader, the short, mid, long term. So you can combine this outcome to have all this as part of it, but it's broader. So for example, conducting workshops is the activity. So basically the outcome here at the top will be conduct workshops to create awareness. So the broader outcome is awareness creation to a specific community in regards to a specific topics. So the activities include conducting workshops. So the outcome is broader, the output is the activity. Have you understood? So the wording is where there is usually a problem. So an outcome, you can choose it to be short term, medium, or long term. But let us work with short and medium. Long term, we go a step by step. So let us not focus on the long term for now. Let our outcomes be short-term outcomes. They are achievable, they are measurable, achievable. You know SMART. Do we understand SMART? So they're specific, they're measurable, achievable. R stands for realistic, T, time-bound. So our outcomes, we will focus on short and mid-term. So ensure that your outcome is SMART. Then you have your activities. So, yes. So it's usually broad-based, then specific. Outcome, broad-based, output, specific activities. Have you understood? Yes. And then we need to also agree that these are issues within our branches. Please do not go outside your branch. You will tackle someone else's problem. Okay? So let us stick to our branches, what affects us directly. And that is what we are trying to solve, or what those are the solutions we're having now. So.
Okay, for further clarities, we are going to move around. In case any question is before, be able to assist.
Iko sawa. Sasa mbona unatoa hii?
Kila mtu anapata lakini wakati
So yeah, this time again, in as much as you identify you, introduce the other documents so that now they need to select some inputs now to put on that. You have already identified all this. Identify the needs. You need, or just give you money to do one thing then. You need stuff. Or you need, which kind of things now you need. Be guided on this. You see, if you are going to make reference on the other to make a selection. Just open the
There is a chat that has been shared for the 5 pillars. So we will not work on them, the 5 pillars. For us, for ourselves, when we have received your work plan, whatever that work plan you're working on now, we'll be able to categorize for ourselves prevention, protection, and those other things. But please work on the work plan. The 5 pillars do not work on the 5 pillars. If you have the participation, prevention, protection, integration charts, do not work on those. Let's focus on the work plan so that we save on time. So.
kuliko kupewa hiyo maybe communication bada FGM mtu mpaka watu wanaweza kutolea kuja kufundisha watu about it kuja kusoma that effect yake kufanya matokeo yake ni gani na msipofanya matokeo yake ni gani so maybe tunaweza kuweka aje hiyo community can engage in farming activities so as to increase food production in the need to adequacy poverty. Unaona kama ni nini nafanya hawajui wanaweza kutumia safari hawana mbele, hawana knowledge, ama lack of knowledge, equipment, something. Tutapata kutengeneza kwa shamba kubwa na jembe. So yeah, like ile shamba yote lakini ajike watu na wengine kwa wanaona ni ngumu wanakuwa ile kusela at least but kidogo inazalima. So if there will be enough equipment, tunaona itamekuwa kama mwendo wa patia kama hiyo place ndio inaishi sasa inaishi like it's like a rural area, so mashamba ni mingi, watu wanalima ni wengi. Sasa utapata hata kwa moja shamba majembe zimezika hata pengine ni 3 tu ama moja tu, leo moja na watu ni wengi kwa familia. So unaona like kila mtu akipata jembe it encourages them to go together from one illness that is a new patient that what you share. Ninasema kutumia jengo ndio sahihi kwa movie ya all generation advanced technology. Sasa Advanced technology fund.
And then materials, alafu technology.
That's farm equipment, farm equipment and materials.
Alafu weke machine.
Ingine ni
Machine tunajua machine ya shamba pekee yake. Kuna machine ya kuchimba kisima, watu wa kupata maji. Kuna machine ya kusaidia harvesting kwa wale
hata ile hata wachana mambo ya just the technology na kusia bado wako hata fulani kama hata wakianza
kusia mkona
pengine ni ya mtu personal.
Wanasema technology siasa wako chini even just farming, simple farming. Hata hizi mambo sijaiona hizi modern, hii mambo ya breeding ya ng'ombe sidhani unafanyanga tena hivi.
Hakuna inakuchekesha.
There's so many types of irrigation. You can use
So go to the next one.
So the activities maybe tunaweza enda ile step by step, for example kama vile tunasema what are some activities maybe tuite wako enlightened in terms of business, wakuje wakufundishe, ndio sasa kitu kama hii training for example tuseme training
So, you go like the financial empowerment, trying to feed it up at the level. What activities are involved in?
Financial empowerment. Sasa tumesema kama hiyo. Tunaitwa hadi how do you tunakuja kufanya financial empowerment in the community. Wanakuja kwa exactly. What is the outcome? What of so tulikuwa tuna measure kwa short term na medium. Long term tunasema kwa so what of kama saving so nini itafanyika kutumia pesa save and generate or sunny what learn learn me short term and then medium midterm.
What will happen in midterm?
Save.
Being given
That is one. So
something I cannot do. Remember, everything you're doing must be smart. So, I cannot measure peace. So, peace is not specific, it's not measurable, it might even not be realistic. Because peace has levels. So, we can just have calm, and calm does not bring realistic. So, people must be smart. So, the impact is an increase in knowledge, an increase in awareness. That's all I can measure. So everything must be smart. When it's increase in awareness. Oscar. Sorry?
Niko na swali. Like, hizi vitu za mnapanga, mnafaa zipange like vitu mnataka, information mnataka kwanza, kila kitu mnataka.
hiyo self-awareness hapa.
Ukiongelea muda confidence, kuonyesha sisi kama
Ukishatoka kwa mara insist
Nataka kabisa ile. Imekuwa ni vita ya watoto. Nakaa polisi.
kwa sababu akisema expect kutoka kwa mtu mwingine baada ya kumaliza mental kuna wafanyakazi watatuona kwa community but hawatakuwa
Yeah, you see, you can get product here. Some other people will also be able to do it.
okay, so
Get more product, yeah.
impact more. Okay. Some, what are some of them?
We want to help how you will think. Now, the outcome comes before the outputs, so that it doesn't confuse you. Work on the needs, then the outcome. From the outcome, derive the activity, then impact. Derive your impact from the activity. So that you don't struggle, you don't create another mountain from another mountain. So first, needs. Number 2, outcome. Number 3, derive the output from the outcome. Then number 4, derive the impact from the outputs. That's the flow of thought. The second thing, there are those issues that cover other issues. So for example, if your issue is, you have an issue on ignorance, there must be something bigger that will cover the ignorance. Tackle the issues that carry the other issues. Have we agreed? So for example, unemployment carries how many other issues? So many, yeah? From that one you can create the outcome. Then from the other smaller activities you can derive the outputs from the other smaller issues. So that we do not dwell on every issue with its own outcomes and outputs. And then as you're working, it must be smart all through. Do not put very huge things that we cannot measure, are not attainable, are not achievable, are not realistic. It must be smart from start to end. So, it's a lot of thinking. You can take as much coffee as you want, you can walk around outside, but let us tujikaze tu tumalize, si ndio? Yes, thank you.
So,
Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
What is the impact? If you take awareness, if you have a dialogue about what is the impact? It's overcome. Inaweza solve hiyo cross border. Ilikuwa cross border nadhani. Migration. Na nini ingine? Sasa kuna sehemu maendeleo
kwa sababu watu wametulia, ni maendeleo.
mimi nashikanisha haraka kwa sababu everything nimefanya hapa Kenya ndio very strong. Oh, I'm trying to connect all those things with them like.
Tunaenda kwa bad politics.
Hata bad politics ni sasa.
Bad politics is kufanya. Impact tu kwa sababu kwa sisi hapa tutakuwa mwisho
hata ile bad politics solve it.
so that equal
Process.
Politics and politics. Bad politics. Hata
Itaenda mpaka huko. What?
need to solve bad politics.
By engaging the leadership.
Kuna hata kitu kama civic education. Hata kuna kitu tunafanya na sahihi. Kuna kitu tunafanywa na hii team hii kubwa under this training under NPS. Na mimi naona inaweza nini mpaka tabakani kwa hiyo point yenye nimepika. So can we try to think ndio ni gani?
it should be an activity.
These are things you use, resources, curriculums in our course. The great awareness alafu we need community dialogue, self-reliance, peaceful existence of other communities. So the resources were Wi-Fi, resource, money, resources.
Itahitaji volunteers
Sorry?
Every input is important. There is no perfect program we are developing. Nothing will come out perfect. Put everything. Nothing is perfect. Everything makes goodness. We said, no matter
What's the biggest issue in Kisumu? That should be the need. There's one thing. How can we help that?
Starting with the next 20 minutes. So, please let's put an effort.
Yes. Now, can we at least now focus on one need that is achievable, that is all. We cannot take an event that is a problem even if it's a box. So we cannot take
lack of conflict resolution skills. What are one of my
so we have it here in this
lack of conflict resolution. When does that fall under social conflict? Lack of conflict resolution.
then we should add it here so that we can so do we agree that we reject that one?
That's something should be our need. Asking ourselves, how can we help? Then it's when we go then we need to do what we do then is that start small. Even if we are
As an activity. As a need. As a need. As a need.
Can I repeat? Everything is right. Put it there. Programmers will program it there, but you are all right.
After we all mentorship programs for conflict resolution, what we do unanipeleka katika school so that I learn what we like for our
Approximately utilized 45 minutes at the moment, 10 more minutes.
It is peaceful, but what brings the peace? Now we are able to yes, but now our main problem was lack of skills of conflict resolution. So in our center, now we are able to improve conflict resolution.
Following that, I'm starting here with an activity.
You are adding
Yes, here.
just a bit of finishing.
Then, we got activity. If we organize the vocational training workshop, and then we got the outcomes with the youth getting the practical job skills. Then we have
us were thinking about that unemployment is something that we, even if we start small, we cannot do it. Because look at Kenya as a nation, we are having challenges because of bad policies and other things that are not enabling our environment so that we can have this. But
No, but because we are starting small. We don't want to imagine that this program is starting. That's why I'm not saying to build to come up with a workshop. Yes, so yes,
We are adding you 5 minutes. So,
vocational training. No, just leave it that way. Workshop. Now we have a workshop like this, way to train. And then we got you gaining practical job skills. Youth gaining the practical job skills. No. I've been there for 1 year. But if you can help we got the impact, reduce unemployment and increase self-resilience.
Then we are continue.
And increase self-resilience. So that's why I wanted to most of this awareness, just awareness in any forum where you want to and talk about skills.
What about this?
So any other points? Just say the story.
Oui, oui. Oui, oui. Freeze. 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 Umeshika kalamu na umefreeze. Uko na marker pen na umefreeze. Oui, oui. Freeze. Freeze. Hey. Freeze. Listening skills. Freeze. We are out of our time. We need you to explain to us for the last 50 minutes what you have come up with. We need also to justify what you've come up with. All of us here, we will also validate, is it something that is going to match within the 5 smarts? Is it something that is doable? Is it something to get the attention of Beatrice and the team? Is it something that Anointed Agoya, Building Ben, Organized Ojala, Dancing Daniel, Lively Lucy, and Patience have told us for the last 3 days? We just want to measure now how much have we grasped within this particular period. So I'm going to request the same format I think we sat when we were doing the presentations for role plays yesterday. We're going to sit in that particular format. We need to make a presentation by ourselves. We want to know why by the youth and for the youth, when we are saying now in relation to youth peace and security, why we want you to program for your own, based on your own needs. So kindly, as you have froze, we are going to ask one volunteer presenter. You can go to a maximum of 2 if you need explanation to particular points. But let's make the arrangement right now, please. Let's sit, I think the same format ya role play, please. Tunaketi huku, tunaangalia huku. Tunaketi huko, tunaangalia huku. I want us now to do our best in presentation. We froze. One team is still in a sub-con form, and that's where people are coming to sit. We are guided by time, so we still are going to work with time. Simon says stand up. Simon says carry your chair. Non-violently, we can carry the chairs up. Let's not drag. Alternative to carry chairs. Can sort of have some organization in our team alternative. But it's still okay. Why this process?
I just need some attention, please. Why this process? We have taken ourselves here from day one, trying to understand violence and conflict. We are working on conflict and violence through AVP. We've been taken through all the analysis that we need to have as peace builders in the space. We have been taken through all the understanding that we need to have about analyzing any sort of conflict that we have within the community. We have seen AVP as a measurable tool that we can use to implement whatever issues that we have at a personal level. We have done all those exercises that we have memorized and we can practice that can influence any sort of program that we are developing right now. We have addressed the critical issues. On these critical issues, Organized Tonjala will come here to remind you an exercise that we all participated in specific groups. Before even today, we came up with the ideas a day or 2 days ago. They were led by Dancing Daniel and Anointed Agoya. We developed those issues in the communities that you have today. We have developed strategies within these groups, strategies that will influence what kind of action can we present to Beatrice, what kind of actions can we present to the national government, what kind of actions can we present to the private sector, the banks, in supporting any initiative that we want to take. Any initiative that we want to undertake here, we have addressed it to someone. There are people who are requesting staffs or volunteers. There are those who are requesting money. I don't know. We gave this guidance here so that I think you can just be seen. We can guide you through. And we had also the liberty to come and have a clue what you need. There's a team that discussed they needed 20 laptops to achieve a particular thing, which is very measurable in line with what they needed to do. We have seen, we'll be coming now on these strategies. How do they help us in influencing this particular YPS agenda when we program it better now together? And as I said, we are going to do presentations. These presentations now, we want to hear from the secretaries that were selected from the groups. How do you want to influence now these programs? What are these outcomes that you foresee that when you implement a particular approach, there's this impact that is going to be felt in those particular communities? What is so common in Naivasha and Nakuru that when the YMCA branch of Naivasha tackles it, it's going to bring more stability, and the actions that they are going to undertake, they're the ones that are going to be seen in the community with a story of change that we want to see. We'll be addressing the consequences when we intervene, either directly or indirectly. We have been told maybe those emotions where they lie, where that direct activity that you're going to do, where it does lie. Then Beatrice will also still come back in to measure after the presentation. How can we measure our impact? How can we evaluate? At the grounded accountability model level, like at the bottom level possible, how can you account to this program that you're going to bring to us? It's going to make sense. So we're going to call out branch by branch to make a presentation. We're going to reason through together. If it's making an understanding, we're also going to see whether it's something that can be adopted, something that can be considered as a priority today by YMCA. We just now realized that the application process is that tedious and that difficult at times. We had 50 minutes in the groups. let's see what the 50 minutes has managed to produce. So I want to call on Naivasha branch to come and make a presentation on whatever activity and initiative or project they have thought in line. Just give us the flow. Somebody can assist in holding the sheet that was developed, and I will have the secretary or any volunteer within the team to now explain why that flow of thought and why should it be considered by YMCA team and the other partners that are in the room. Naivasha, your time starts now, and it will end immediately in 7 minutes time. 7 minutes. Okay. Yeah, you can start on the critical issues that we identified, and then after identification, we justify what we picked from the critical issues to select an idea that has informed a program that we are choosing to push forward to YMCA.
Thank you, Lami Chiva. I'm Courageous Caroline. So in Naivasha and Nakuru, we had quite a number of issues that are affecting us. We had poor leadership, we had political tension in the structure, we had profilement, hate speech, land disputes, poor infrastructure, police brutality. In the economical, we had the corruption, we had inadequate resources, unequal distribution of resources, unemployment, beach dispute, we had scramble for resources, lack of market for farmers, poverty. On the physical, we had the robbery, we had bullying, we had organized gangs, and we had rape. On the cultural, we had tribal differences, we had teenage pregnancies, we had prostitution, we had the gender-based violence, we had the female genital mutilation, and we had the spread for the HIV within our community. So from all this, we realized that the common one that was actually affecting us, like to a great extent, was the organized gangs, leading to a lot of insecurity within Naivasha and Nakuru. So now we came to the activities, the outcomes and impacts. We were quite late on grasping this, so we actually figured it a bit late, but we were able to come up with a few things. So first of all, we need to have the sensitization and mentorship of the gang leaders, because they are the key. They are controlling everything. And the outcome of this, the resources that we would need for that would be support from YMCA, would need facilitators to facilitate with the activities of the trainings and the sensitization. Would also need stationary pens, such kind of needs. Would need transport towards to the places where the gang leaders are to meet them, because obviously you cannot just meet them anywhere. Would need transport, would need data, would need partnerships with other organizations, security organizations, and would also need merchandise like the branded t-shirts, like, just to show who we are, the tags, like to show, just for them to trust us at least. So the outcome of this sensitization would be to change the mindset of the gang leaders. Of course, we don't expect it to be like a really fast thing, like it's not immediate. But we also want to reach more gang members because they're actually interconnected. So when we're able to access one, we'll probably be able to access some more gang leaders and gang members. So the impact of this would be reduced crime and violence, because from the sensitization they'll be able to have an idea that whatever we are doing is not right. So there'll be reduced crime. Secondly, we decided would need radicalization workshops in schools, churches, youth groups, youth spaces, and schools. So the reason for this is that it's like a control measure. We already have the gang leaders on top and we already have the gang members on top there. So we are controlling the young ones from joining that as a control measure, from being recruited, because already they haven't been recruited. So the immediate outcome is would be learning and awareness. They are more aware that this and that is happening. We need to stop ourselves from being part of those gang members and the gang leaders. So the impact for this would be mostly there would be reduction in gang members and gang leaders in the future because they'll be more aware. So for this, what you would need would be transport, capital, facilitators, and a few things that you want to do to this down. Thank you.
A better shower. No, thank you. Now, I think you're going to leave now. Those are not your properties anymore. They're Beatrice's properties. You don't have. You just came. You don't have. Oh, okay, you want to give a title to the. Now, we've had the presentation. We're not going to get reactions right now. Is this so? Reactions now. Thank you. We're not going to get reactions right now. Let's do the leaders to lead them, I think, with just assist with that. I want to invite Indanga last year and Lucia group to make their self presentation. And your time starts now. Unfortunately, the other team have not timed you well. Please, we're going to at least follow some semblance of timing. Karibu sana.
Asante sana Lovely Chivya. Hii bado ni Lovely Lydia. Kwa critical issues, social tumepata inequality of resources, discrimination of agenda, lack of social humanity, accessibility, economic wastage of resources, high rate of employment and poverty. Physically, land disparate, generate abuse, violence, drug abuse, rape cases. Structural, poor leadership, communication barrier, destruction of property, cultural misunderstanding and miscommunication in tribe and FGM and difference in boundaries. Okay, needed ni kama zimeingiana za Indanga Lasia na Busia kwa sababu tuko ni majirani. Sasa vitu mingi tuna upande wa Busia Moso ni financial empowerment. Tukapata activities financial literacy as training. Kama upande wa nini tukipata vitu kama training, hukuwe na group tutengeneze kitu kimoja kutrain as italeta at least watu kulearn na wapate generation of income. Community volunteer itatuletea community outreach as in kama help at empowering living standards, more volunteering. Tutapata at least, ukiangalia watu watakuwa interested, then watasema as in sasa tumepata kama living standard, then watakuwa na moyo ule wa kujoin kama vitu kama hizo. Farming equipment and materials plus machines, creation of seed beds, outcome increase of supply of seedlings, then impact increase of production of food. Tukienda kwa technology, tutakuwa na computer, tutahitaji computer, camera, wifi. Hapo itatusaidia ku research of farming methods, digital literacy. Itafanya tupate vitu kama kuangalia vitu nje, vitu zinaendelea. Itafanya pia tupate groups za youth wakuje kujifunza. Ita increase in employment. Pia itafanya vijana kupata kazi kiharaka. Impact increase economic security, reduce income rates. Then tukienda kwa agricultural empowerment, hii imeingiana na farming. Then tuko na mental health awareness activities, itapata peace building, different conflicts, hapo itakuwa kwa outcome resolution. Then impact itakuwa peace and unity. Then huku pia tumekuja tukapata financial need, activity improvement of instruction, e.g. roads, then empowerment of social, e.g. health centers. Outcome, it will easy to transport of farm products, better health, impact, better living standards, increase in food production. Asante.
Let's show them more showers. We have done a great job. Thank you. We are going to drop those as well to Beatrice. Why is programming important? Because we all have facts of everything that we do. When we put it down better, we easily consistently. I want to invite Kisumu branch. As you make your presentation, let the idea flow as it is on paper. We want to match what you're going to tell us and what you're going to leave behind us for consideration.
Thank you, lovely Chivia. I'm Oyaro with this. I'm optimistic Oyaro. So, identified and where cultural conflicts, ignorance, miscommunication, ethnic politics, and tribalism, international differences. Then the social conflicts where bureaucracy, gender equality, and unemployment, interdenominational differences, lack of social conflict resolution skills, and then the economical conflicts we had poor policies, unemployment, corruption, unequal distribution of resources. Then on the structural conflicts we had vandalism, looting, land grabbing, and development. Then emotional, we had hunger, frustration, hate, discrimination, depression, fear. So as you can see, Our resources, we needed facilitators, venue, materials, partnership, organization, media platform for awareness. Then the needs, tulikuwa nataka nini? Conflict resolution skills. Activities on conflict resolution skills, we had mentorship program on conflict resolution skills. Then we had outcomes as improved conflict resolution skills. Then impact, we have empowered communities. On going to our needs, the second need will be employment. We have organizing vocational training workshops and create awareness on skills empowerment. And outcomes, we had youth gaining practical job skills, and impact, reduce unemployment and increase self-reliance. On mental health, our needs was mental health. Then activities creating awareness on mental health. Then outcome, healthy communities, healthy minds. Then the impact will be reduced depression, hate, anger, and frustration. Thank you.
Shower them. Thank you. All those repositories now, they are up to task. You know what you've done. Kama mtihani, you've submitted what you've done. So consideration. Needs clarity, needs that addressing of a particular issue that you need. Just want to invite organized Jana to maybe speak. Let me invite the branch YMCA Chapakali to please come and showcase. At some point I had gender panels, so it was one-sided. Thank you.
Thank you, lovely junior hopeful artist. Okay, we had some causes, structural violence. We consider idleness, poverty, lack of awareness, poor leadership, governance. So, in economic violence, we had corruption, unemployment, unequal distribution of resources, marginalization. Then on cultural violence, we had interclan conflicts, then cross-border conflicts, customs and tradition, and traditional beliefs. In physical violence, there was bad politics, robberies, theft, gender-based violence, child abuse. So this contributed to this. So first of all, kwa nini tusema human resource hapa? Because sababu we had back at home, idleness is too much, poverty is there, is a real thing. So tukiona human resource, definitely it will lead to this activity of poverty and educational training. Tukipata hii training, tutaweza ku skill up the community back at home. So this will definitely lead to self-reliance, whereby ukishapata training ya kujua yenye utakuwa maskini, utakuwa self-reliant, utajua job gani utafanya and such. Then it will lead to an empowered community, whereby poverty in Chabakali will be eradicated. Then, Billy came by on cross-border conflicts, marginalizations. Hapa kwa we need human resource funds to educate. Tukiwa wengi wenye wako na certain skill, tutaweza ku-educate the society. Then wacha kujeka outcome, outcome inaleta peaceful coexistence among the community. When tukiwa wengi tuki-educate through dialogue, the activity, the dialogue, people will get educated on wataacha kupigana juu ya hizo borders. So italeta development whereby these two communities wataelewana and they will work together. Then partnership through computers, Wi-Fi and funds. Hiyo ni kuja whereby ipatia unemployment. Upper unemployment, then bad politics. We need partnerships with other organizations so that we can be able to create events. These events to create for awareness. To create for awareness back at home. Wasiwache kupadno about politics, alafu pia tuna create awareness hapa tunaandika lack of awareness, so tuta create awareness to most people back at home who don't know when you want to certain skills in the community. So so hapa kwa outcome kutakuwa na agreements and unity in the community whereby watu wakiacha kubadmouth, watu wakiacha kubadmouth about bad politics nini, so educate through these events ndio bring hiyo unity na agreements pamoja. So at the end of it all, impact kutakuwa na a changed mindset in the community. Mindset ya watu ita change after tumwape hiyo certain skills. So if we get the Wi-Fi, the funds, and some digital appliances come computers, they start to research, then we'll be able to reach to as many people. Yeah, tuko tunamaliza. But as a branch, in general, we need facilitators who will come to talk about different specific issues on different themes. Then we need banners and flyers on different occasions. Tuseme leo tuko na event ya AVP, tunataka kupreach peace in Chabakali or Vihiga. Then we need such banners and flyers and t-shirts. There's this occasion so that people may get the belief in us to fikisha your message. Thank you.
We understand the various needs of everybody are different from our needs. We have seen that the needs in Chavakali are so different from the needs of Indangalas and Busia. The needs of Naivasha are different from the needs of Kisumu. The grouping in specific branches was to make sure there's that particular ownership. These are problems that when you program, you know the impact it brings to the community because we there. This is why even we are saying, when you're talking about YPS from the global perspective, we have to frame it in our own local way. When we capture data in the presentation, we don't have to capture someone else's data. It might not implement the same way. Ikikuja kwa ground kwetu. The gang problem, confirmed gang problem in Naivasha and Nakuru, as they have indicated, cannot be posed to the needs of people in Indagalasia and the way maybe the gangs are organized there. They're both gangs. Kuna gang ya panga, kuna gang ya bunduki. Interventions really tofauti. When you look at the social needs zenye tunapata upande wa Indagalasia and Busia, you might want to see the correlation with Chavakali, but they know better themselves. That's why we did not want somebody from outside to craft solutions for you. You have to really know what is working for you. What, when it's improved by your own, can achieve what you yearn for at the local level. We had already done all this, by the whatever we are doing. We did it at some particular day. In a funny way, in a tree. We just now programmed it in a way that is presented now to a donor. This is how we vision it to come out. This is how we are planning, and this is how we intend to execute, and this is how the impact it will bring back. You have identified what you yourself, who you can go to ensure whatever you have tried to put across, shared with us. It's not going to have a judgment, by the way. It's for consideration. We want to fully align it for you and by you, so that I don't have to come again from Nairobi to come here and now try to I know the best solutions in Kisumu. That will be a reading from the book that I'm coming to implement for you. Most times it normally fails. Given the same scenarios, we are all in Kisumu. Mtu mwenye ako Manyata, mtako Kondele, nadhani shida zao ni same. When you go to trying to craft those applicable solutions that you are coming, hii itafanya kazi kwa watu. So now you realize it's different. MVP is just a tool. We want to use in a transformative way to see, is this program really applicable? Is this program really measurable? And this program start and we have an exit strategy, an exit that does not leave again the community in a way that maybe you have just ignited a new issue or a new situation that ukienda tena lazima uitajike kurudi. No. We want to find sustainable solutions, lasting solutions through our program. We only put ourselves to that particular test to know how well can we apply whatever we have been taught in 3 days. YPS is a new literature from 2015. Nobody can say they have the right ownership of the right documentation of this particular agenda. However, I can tell you the National Action Plan of Kenya that is coming up, that is developed by the 18 county governments plus 3 county consultations, so not county governments, 18 consultations in 18 different counties, including Busia that participated in our consultations. Kisumu here participated in the same consultations, and the many other counties. The needs that were coming from this county were separate from Baringo, they are separate from Kilifi, they are separate from Nairobi. So we have to see how we can link a peace process or a peace program that empowers you when you are brought to the table of decision makers. You don't just go for representation, you go there for participation. Because sometimes when we come close to decision makers, we think we are meaningfully in the process. No. We need to also add in these particular skills of peace building. When you sit on that contribution table, your points are going to be considered for action. You're not going to sign that document or PDF, no. You need to go there and leave an impact that they want to still refer. The young people are yearning for this. We want the next time we are called for a national dialogue, we don't say we don't have a representation. As a peace community, we don't have a representation that is carried. We want to someday say we are contributing and we made our effort in contributing. When peace agreements are being made somewhere, YMCA branches within those particular respective places, they need to be sitting on those peace agreements. They happen. Cross-border issues we are talking about in Busia at some point in the group discussions. The issues that we are contributing immediately at the cross-border, we need to be part of it. The county peace committees that we are saying, they exist, but then the slots for the young people are again left free. We need to be present in it. The advocacy at an individual level, nobody forget, budget free, online, Facebook, Twitter, X, TikTok, we can use it positively. And this is why we're saying now, let's advocate, let's increase the capacity of the other users within these particular spaces. It's ours to coexist, it's ours to create impact. We now know how can we increase trust, how can we influence that trust beyond yourself to the others. We have presented, I'm sure Beatrice has received the communication. We hope all the communications are going to be good, because all the presentations to me are addressing local issues. Nobody has come with their issues. Mimi nikuja hapa na kuambia sasa pale Ngong shida ziko Ngong zinafanana na milimani Kisumu. No. They're going to be totally different. When I come and I say pale Malava in Kakamega shida za huko zinafanana na Indangalasia, it is completely wrong. That's why you had to do it on your own. Organized. I welcome you to come and give a view as you welcome Beatrice. Have something small, and then we come back for the closing ceremony.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon once more. I just want to add whatever Oscar said yesterday or the other day. And Jan and Agoya tried to help us. In fact, this was what we were doing in our groups. Are you seeing this? Can you remember this? Today, I just came up with a trial to analyze this deeply. And we still have a chance as a branch. You can sit aside, analyze the conflict down to the little conflict, the smallest. Is it making sense? Maybe let's start with corruption. I know it's here. What brings up corruption? There must be something. Is it true? What is that? What supports corruption to be there? We have so many qualities. So again, check on that trait of the corruption. Pick one. Maybe disagreement. It supports corruption. Again, go deeply. What supports disagreement? Is it clear? What supports disagreement? Miscommunication. That is one. Another thing, ignorance. Another thing, selfishness, egocentrism. Pick selfishness. What supports selfishness? What are some of the pillars that make that selfishness to be there? What are some of the things? Yes, greed, thank you for that. Let's hear from Kisumu. Jealousy, thank you for that. So again, pick either greed or jealousy. Analyze that. What supports greed? What supports jealousy? Are we there? Now, you'll come up with one trait. Maybe selfishness. And if we go back to the triangle, you can just go. Now you go to the triangle again. Let us go to the upper part. The direct conflict or the visible conflict. What supports it down here? And we found it that we have structural and cultural. And many a times we do assume that there's nothing like structural and cultural. Yet we have early marriages, we have JB, yes. So pick what you want to see happen in that branch. Like Busia, what do you want to see happen there? What do you want to see happen between the stem here? You have analyzed the root, you have also analyzed the fruits. Now, as a team, what are you going to do? What are some, thank you, what are some of the resources that you need? What are some of the activities that you are going to do to get out of this tree? Can you remember that? And here, I was going through the groups, I was like, kwani tulifanya kazi ya bure, done. Where's that? Mwache Dagora. Mimi I was worried, nilikuwa naangalia napotea nje kidogo. We did it. And I want to read this so that mjue we are good to go. Somebody wrote here, empowerment, bracket, which kind of change? Which kind of change to make? Have you seen that? Which kind of change? Did it come from us? Yeah? Were we contributing to this? Yeah? You, not us. But what happened? We took more than 1 hour. We could have just picked one thing after doing a proper analysis. And then do what you need. What are some of the resources that we need? I need you because you are trained. I need you because I know you are IT expert. I need you because I know you sit at the branch of Naivasha and you have the resources. Are you seeing that? We are trying to break the web of violence. We are now coming to a web of peace where we need one another. Can we remember that? And one of us talked about a good English here, interdependent. I need you, you need Carol needs who? Ambitious. Aswani needs Rashid. That is the life we are supposed to do. So you are going out to the community. What are you going to do? And we have seen clearly that we have immediate what? They are here. We have? Yes. There are things that we just go and do and we just see the impact immediately. But there are others which will need more interventions. And as you are told, be patient and let us not judge these people so that we achieve, whereby between now engaging, we now want to engage. What are some of these impact? Is it between 10 and 20? You start educating yourself. Am I doing something? Let us not go just outside there and we assume that we are doing something, yet we are doing nothing. Is it clear? Is it clear? It is just a connection of whatever we were doing. I know the challenge was, and that's why we didn't handle that. What are we supposed to do at the STEM level? Already we know the roots, we know the fruit. What about at the STEM level? This is now what you are going to do in your branches. The strategy ways, the implementation ways. This is now the task that you are being given. First as a person, then as a branch. Is it clear to us? Is there any question? Let us affirm done and Agoya for putting up this to us the other day. Let us farm them. And also farm yourself. So this is a challenge to Kisumu team. I saw your presentation. Just thank you, Miraculous. There's a hit somewhere here. Sawa sawa, Kisumu oye, muko, tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Sawa. I want us to go back. You can decide, you can serve lunch, sit somewhere as a even inside here, come up with this, just do something here. Sawa sawa. Because I saw something like mental health. So I was like, mental health, how do I need mental health? And how am I going to get output from mental health? So, let's just try and educate ourselves so that what do you want to see? Me, I always believe in the theory of change. When something happens, something must because unless, because and why, so that we get the impact. So, otherwise, thank you very much. If you have any concern, we are here. The facilitators are still here. We just come within the group and come up with the work plan because she needs it now. For us to move in Kisumu, we need something to give Beatrice. Any question? Yes.
Thank you guys. There's another question I asked you about the web.
You asked, thank you for that. Before I welcome Beatrice, you asked about if the genesis of the web, yeah? It is in ourselves, yeah? So as a person, what are we supposed to do? And where, if you can call well about our web, where are we supposed to break the web or to cut the web? And somebody responded to it in the first day. What are we supposed to end the web? Huh? Tunakamatana? Nauliza, tulikuwa na ile web yetu, si ndio? Aliuliza iko ndani mwetu. Na sasa kama wewe ama mimi, ni wakati gani nitakuja nikate ile web yetu? That's the question. Yes, I want to give King Kaleka.
Yeah, thank you so much, organized Wanjava. Tulisema for the web, we'll start small because what we realize with the web starts with us. Me.
Amesema, sindio? Everything starts with me or with you. Any conflict even in our homes in this country started with one person. And that's why we gave an example of Rwanda. The genocide came because of one person. The issue of what? Cockroaches. So, how do you interpret things? Otherwise, thank you. We'll still here. There's so many you can share. I want to welcome Bright Beatrice. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Organized Angela. Let's appreciate it. I'm gonna clap you. So we have been joined by someone from Nairobi. Welcome, Mr. Mutua. He will be officially introduced by NGS after lunch when we come to get our certificates and officially close the training. So I have very few remarks, then we proceed to lunch. And then when we come, we're just going to wind up. Organized Angela has said very key things. Whatever we have done with our work plans is simply application of the 3 days we have been here. So it's not something new. What we have trained you, we have given you the skill. Now it's for you to apply the skill to real life. What are you doing in your branches? What are the issues? How can you utilize the skills you have gotten from this training to solve the problems? Tumeelewa? So for example, if you understood the concept of the web of violence, if you understood the web of violence and there's an issue or conflict or an issue or conflict in your branch, how do you tackle it using the web of violence? It is simply identifying this is the issue. Now trying to find out where did this web start from. And then going in the reverse, the web of peace. What do I need to do? So it's like a back stepping. The transformative power, how do you use it? Because those are the simple concepts we were being given. If there's, even now, if I just ask you, Rashid, issue gani una feelingi, hii nikiweza tu kutatua community yangu iko sawa. Sikuna paki hata sasa hivi kuonyesha. Isn't that the transformative power? You feel, you know, there's an issue in your community. You don't need to be told. You yourself, you know. So if you are the center of champions, that I have sent out, I need 42 peace champions at the end of the year and 5 years from now. Peace and conflict are very sensitive and fragile areas. Do not go and become a hero. Please. Let us agree. Do not become a hero. We need to also understand most of our conflicts are politicized. Do you want to die? Do you want to be abducted and make Twitter headlines? We need to be very smart. So, very smart. Whenever you're going to tackle a conflict, you need to tackle it strategically. Do not go there and say, I'm a peace champion, I was taught alternative, I want to be a mediator, and you want to start and go into an organized gang and ask the leader, how did you come here? Who are you? Who sent you? You will die. We don't want that. So, Naivasha wants to tackle organized gangs. Organized gangs have been organized by someone. Sawa? So you will go tackle and kuma umesumbua nyuki. YMCA kujio and just andikio barua. We have seen. You know, now we are registering to become a PBO. We don't want to be bad because we are sending extra radicals to the community to go and fight the government. We need to be careful. Because you're going with our name. You're going with our brand. We have been told by people, tunataka kubrandiwa, tunataka t-shirts, nimeona niko needs na resources. Alafu uende, tuandikiwa kwa headlines, our YMCA youth was found. We don't want that. So let us agree, we're giving you disclaimers. You are peace champions who have been given skills, but you need to, number one, take care of yourself. You were told that by Agoya told us. We were told by our facilitators, you must take care of yourself. Do not put your life in danger. The other thing, all our activities need to be, I will keep referring to SMART. So, organized gang, how smart is it? Is it achievable? Attainable? Over what period of time? So, Busia, mliandika development of roads. Wewe. Tunatoa pesa ya kujenga barabara. Wewe. Tunajenga barabara wapi na pesa gani? YMCA tuijenge barabara. The good thing NGS is here. NGS people want you to build a road. People, let's go back to SMART. Silvio, We want you to come up with plans for your branches. This is not the end. This only gives me an idea of what you want to do. So when I'm fundraising, when I'm writing proposals, when I meet partners, I'm able to know who to send where, which resources to allocate. But you yourselves, you can come up with plans that can be funded by other partners. It is not only YMCA. Have we agreed? You have county partners, you have banks, you have other partners in your counties that you can work with. So what we have given you is a snippet of how you can come up with your own work plans. So simply own the process. What we wanted you is to own the process. But from there, go and do your own things. You can do your own things. But it has to be what? Smart. To see where over ambitious. Okay. The last thing I want us to put in mind, we need to understand issues. Nimeona watu wanaandika tu, what is GBV? Okay, that's the meaning. What is gender-based violence? What is gender-based violence? Yes. About fighting physical fights only. It's not about physical fighting with your husband or wife. That's what people take. But it's very broad. So what is that broad? Not that we are here. So that we stop writing GBV. And then when I ask you to be specific, you're looking at me funny. GBV has types of GBV, and it is harmful actions towards a particular gender. So it is not for women. For women, there's violence against women and girls. But gender-based violence is against gender, meaning both male and female. So well, there are several types, and you need to be alive to those several types of GBV. Otherwise, utaandika GBV, mtu partner wako akuulize, hii ni GBV gani? Now say you umeenda, mimi ni peace champion, I know, I want. Utakuwa mahali fulani. So we understand our issues and understand them very well. So, okay. So with that, I have, oh yes, I've been reminded. See, to explain your coalition. You understand who the coalition is? The YMCA is part of this coalition. And we are very active in the coalition because we want our branches to benefit. We want our branches to be part of the conversation of youth peace and security in the country. And we want our branches to be at the forefront of advocating for peace, especially now that it's a very tricky situation. If we are a youth empowerment organization, how are we part of the conversation of Gen Z? How are we part of it? Participation, no. How are we usiende maandamano t-shirt ya wae vimesema tumekata huko. Aya, how are we part of it? Ukienda na t-shirt ya wae, nikiona mtu huko na denounce na kupiga hivi picha na cut out na tumia DCI na wamemshika huyu siwe. Aya, how are we part of the conversation of Gen Z? Yes. Solutions. How do we come up with those solutions? Yes? Me naona Rotarians wanijibu alafu kwa MCA wako kwa nyumba
Because as now regional like this, we do activity tackle those challenges.
Activities to tackle the challenges. Gen Z have a very specific challenge. Without challenges. They have specific challenges. Public participation. Gen Z, yes? Good. But how do you get Gen Z? People, that's what I'm telling you. Organize and then I told you. Public participation is very now broad. But what is their issue? And will public participation help the issue? No. This is what we are trying to put across. We need to understand the nitty-gritty of an issue. So what are Gen Z after? What can YMCA do? What can you do? Because the room here is filled of Gen Zs. So what can you do as a Gen Z? Yes, Michael? First.
Sure. As a Gen Z.
The I statement, yes. He was ready to my food, eh?
As a Gen Z.
Mm.
And then there is this riot of violence somewhere.
Whoa, unajeka kando.
No.
This riot.
Okay, let me say I'm in the riot.
Yeah.
Now,
you are blinding, you're not in the riot. You'll be shot in the leg. Ready to do.
On that issue of web hate, instead of communicating the negative, I communicate the positive thing to other agencies so that the web will go around the negative.
Good. So propagating for positive information, yes. Remember, loving Luchivia has told us something. There is what we call individual advocacy, yeah? So this is individual advocacy. He can use social media or he can ensure that the information going around is positive. Good.
Okay, we can narrow it down to why are the Gen Zs rioting up against the government? Is it that they don't have jobs, that they are idle? If that's the problem, maybe we can give them skills through the YMCA trainings so that they can do something meaningful with their time rather than
Good. Yamusha? Winnie?
Okay, for me, I put it in general.
Who's me?
Gen Zs.
Gen Zs are super digital. We are everywhere digital. We need to you. You. Okay. You need.
Why is we need to be?
Okay. Right.
I need to listen to them. I need to try and understand where they're coming from and try to reason with them to see where they're heading.
Reason with Gen Z. As a Gen Z. Wait. Aya. So, what? They don't like us. So, yeah, you get the point. So we need to be very informed. We need to start thinking around being part of the solution. You have been trained. You are part of that web of peace. Now start backtracking, seeing where the problem is, backtrack and become the source of a solution. So the coalition, we want county working groups for the YMCA. There, from the county working groups, we will forward the names to the coalition because they're based at county level. Then we can use our working groups to engage at county level. So the national office, yes, is involved with the coalition at the national level. But there is coalition initiatives at county level. So coordinators, we need working groups. Then we will forward to the coalition. So the coalition will be engaging you and other coalition members at county level. So with that, we can break for lunch. And then when we come back, we will have our certificates and a word from the NGS. And then you're free to run around and visit Kisumu for those of us who have been here for the first time. And please do not go and do other things that we will not approve of. Kindly, with the YMCA t-shirts. Please. Any branding, leave it behind. Go and jump around safely. Then you can come back and wear it later. Even your wristband, leave it. Yes. We can break for lunch or there is something. Nana tombea lunch? Who? Rashid. Nani? Wamechoose Rashid. Ndugu yake ana rap.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب الله ربي غفرا آمين.
Eh.